Alright. Alright. We're playing Sonic 2 with my main man, Tails! Okay, now wait. Can Tails carry Sonic? He can! I'm about to bypass the entire damn game by doing this. Okay, I didn't bring it up that much in the first two Sonic Origins videos, but I do not know how the special stages work in any of these games. Like, I don't know how to access the special stages in Sonic 1, I don't know how to access them in CD, I don't know how to access them in this game, and I actually do know how to access them in the third one, but only because it's the same method as Sonic Mania, and I'm obsessed with Mania. But, I do not know how to access the special stages in 1 CD or 2, and I'm not even sure if it matters, considering the story mode of Origins that, like, ties all 4 games together doesn't really seem to care about if you get the good or bad endings of each game. So, does it even matter? Oh, here! Oh no, the half pipe. Doesn't this, like, infamously suck? So I think in Sonic 2, this one, it's cross one of the save point poles with over 50 rings, which should be simple enough. Although that said, I'm pretty sure that was also the method with the first 2 games, which is, I think, cross the goalpost with over 50 rings, and I didn't do that, like, once in either 1 or CD, so getting the Chaos Emeralds will probably be pretty difficult. Ow! Ow! God! Ow! Ow! Oh! 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 Ow! Okay. Wow. Excuse me, I just, like, got a Charlie horse in my arm. It's fine now. Okay, so I just tried to say the same sentence like 3 times, but I kept stumbling over myself and just couldn't get the sentence out. So, long story short, I didn't get to do a lot of the special stages in CD, and that disappoints me, because with how much Sonic Mania I play, I felt like I'd be pretty good at it, and part of me wants to go back and try and get the Time Stones, because I want to play the CD special stages. Finally! Oh my god, I do not know why that took so long to actually say correctly. I'm noticing that the save point posts are quite literally scattered everywhere in this, compared to the, like, the first 2, where it was limited to the end of the level, and it was, like, really difficult to get the Chaos Emeralds / Time Stones, because it was, like, a 1 opportunity thing. But in this one, I'm pretty confident that I'll actually get all 7 before I reach the halfway point of the game, just because, like, even if I mess up, there's, like, a lot of opportunities to try again. Oh no, there's hidden paths in the walls. What is this, Five Nights at Freddy's? Wait, why am I seeing a FNAF crossover with Sonic, like, actually being possible? Like, Eggman takes over the animatronics or something, and, like, starts using soul power instead of animal critters to power his mechs. And then Sonic's like, "Stop right there, Eggman! These souls deserve to be free! You have no right to control them!" And then Eggman's like, "That's what you think, Sonic! Go get him, my newest creation!" And then, like, out comes Metal Sonic, but he has, like, a child's soul inside of his chest now. Oh. And now Sonic will join the souls inside of Metal Sonic's chest. Wait, Eggman, why did you put a soul inside of Metal Sonic? He was already sentient. I'm not quite sure, Sonic. Don't question it. And then, like, the dark twist of the game is that, like, the only method to fight the new soul-powered metal is for Tails to utilize soul power in his own mechs. And then William Afton goes Super Saiyan with the Chaos Emeralds. Oh no. Oxygen, please. Oh, that was very close. We can see Tails panting whenever we try to, like, lift him up underwater. If you start panting underwater, I'm pretty sure you just die. Okay, can I just say, I freaking love Aquatic Ruin Zone? A kelp forest in a Sonic game, surrounded by ruins. I love this concept, and I did not know that this zone existed. This is probably my favorite zone in Sonic so far. I freaking love Aquatic Ruin. It's creative and beautiful, and it's not fun, because I keep dying, and it's like a maze, but, you know, aesthetically, it's very pleasing. Oh, if I haven't said it yet, I am loving this so far. I know I complained a hell of a lot in the Sonic 1 video, but both CD and this have been phenomenal so far. I'm actually, like, really enjoying it. Not as much as Mania. Mania is still my favorite in the series so far, but these are, like, pretty close. And, like, I'm starting to see a lot more of, like, where Mania got its, like, assets and elements from. Because I've always known that Mania was, like, a collection, or, like, a crossover fest of the different classic Sonic games. But, like, seeing where, like, all of those different things and elements actually came from is very interesting. Tails? We left Tails behind. Peak gameplay right here. Oh my god. Okay, that was laughably easy. Also, is he just drowning in lava right now? What the hell? Where'd he go? I swear to God. Ugh! The rest of this game has been fairly easy so far. Why is this so upsetting? Are you kidding me? Seriously, how? Damn it. Yeah, I lost that one. Jesus Christ, this is impossible. You get hit once and you have to restart the entire thing. It's so dumb. Oh my god. 3 rings short. 3 fucking rings short. Yes! Holy crap. Oh my god, that took so long. Oh, wow. I'm guessing the final one's gonna be a nightmare. Final 2. Oh, the last 2 are gonna be so awful. Oh, no. Alright, let's see how awful this one is. 1 ring short. I hate this game. God damn it. That one was shockingly a lot less difficult, so I'm gonna try again. Why was the last one so awful? Are you kidding me? 3 rings short. Oh my god. Okay. Is that it? Is that it? Okay. Wow. Okay. I barely got to any of the special stages in the first 2. I'm actually doing pretty well with the special stages in this one. Admittedly, because I keep cheating and spending coins, I will fully admit that. But hopefully I'll at least become better at it, and I'll, like, hopefully I'll be better at accessing Super Sonic in future playthroughs, and in the Sonic 3 video. That's not gonna work. It did work! Tails breaks this entire game. Okay. so running to the right kills you. Got it. Gotcha. No, Tails! Tails! Oh my god, the amount of enemies here. Mother, okay. Alright, last one. Let's see how awful this is. Oh no, it's gray. Damn it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be here for a while. Okay. Is that it? Is that it? That's it. Yes! Okay, I'm done with the half pipe. Finally. Oh my god. Wow. Now Sonic can change into Super Sonic. How do I go super? I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. This place is a freaking maze. I'm sorry, that sounded so frustrated and bored. I'm so tired right now. Oh, Does that not come back down? Or are you just soft lock if you fall off of that? Wow, okay. And I can't go back this way. Am I stuck? Oh, oh, I see. You had to walk away. Forgive me, I did not know that was a thing. What? Jesus, that was like a devil growl, sorry. This sucks royally. Like, the entire game has not been as difficult as this one act. Like, I don't get the sudden difficulty spike. I know I kept joking about it, but, like, outside of the half pipe, like, most of this game has been, like, pretty easy to me. And now, this third act of, what is it, Metallic Madness? I don't remember what it's called. Is just, like, suddenly, like, twice as bad as even, like, the entirety of Sonic 1. I don't get why they, like, upped the difficulty to this extent. I wonder what would happen if I went super in this plane level. Like, Sonic goes Super Saiyan, and then he's just awkwardly standing on the plane with nowhere to go. Like, I'm sort of a god now. Tails, you can let me go.
No, Sonic. You're mine.
Oh, that deeply hurt my throat. Ow. How long is this game? What? Oh, I jump off here. I guess Tails is just dead then? Can I go super? No? Yes! Alright, it's a day later. Let's try this again. Actually, before I go back to Sonic 2, someone in the comments of the Sonic 1 video wanted me to play Spinball, so I guess I can try Spinball real quick. Actually, wait, is this like an awful decision? Because I have heard that the Game Gear one, which is what this is like really bad compared to the Genesis version. Tails just drops Sonic in the ocean and leaves him to die. Alright, what is this? Can I move in any way, or is it just pinball? What? Okay. I can't control my movement. I'm at the mercy of momentum. I keep falling into that little vat on the right. I can't even control where I go. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, I'm walking now? Okay. Where am I going? What is happening? I have no control over Sonic's movement except for when I'm walking. And now I'm dead. I have no control. I guess I'm just like a noob of Spinball or something? I don't know how to play pinball, I guess. But I feel like the movement is almost entirely left up to chance. This feels unplayable. I'm sorry if I'm being too harsh here, but like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Ah, what was that? Oh, this is nauseating. Like, I'm actually getting motion sickness from watching this. Oh, I can move in midair slightly. But, like, not enough that it actually does anything for the gameplay. Alright, this is so upsetting. I'm done with this. Oh, the Tales games are here. I should play those. And maybe in a future video. Wait. Doesn't Sonic Labyrinth, like, famously suck or something? The password shown on the Time Attack results screen was originally for a contest held in Japan and is no longer usable. I love the fact that they have to specify that. Okay, I know I have to play Sonic 2. Let me try Labyrinth real quick, just to, like, understand why people complain about this so much. Well, there are multiple games that I've heard Sonic fans complain about mercilessly, and this is one of them. What the hell? Look at this sprite. This front-facing sprite is so creepy. Okay, that's less creepy. But this is so creepy to me. I know it's meant to look like... Sorry, I spoke too fast there and just stumbled completely. I know this is meant to look like chibi or something, or cute, whatever. But to me, it looks like those, like, creepy cat eyes that are used in, like, Sonic.exe games. Oh, spin dash, okay. And it's an isometric ice level. Nope, I am not doing this. I'm immediately going back to Sonic 2. Holy crap. Wing Fortress. Okay. I could have sworn that the last zone was the end of this game. How long is this? Why does Wing Fortress have, like, funeral music as the soundtrack? Okay, what am I missing here? Do I spin dash to it? I can't. That can't be right. There's a handle here for a reason. Holy crap, that is what you do! I don't know why, but this is giving me major, Knack vibes. Did anyone play Knack? Knack is one of my favorite games of all time. It is so underrated in my opinion. I barely hear anyone talk about it nowadays. And there's a level in that game where you're on an airship, very similar to this, actually. And it's reminding me of that. I'll probably do a couple of videos on Knack fairly soon. Subscribe for that. I'm gonna have a panic attack from these games. Oh, Supersonic completely breaks the bosses in this game. I think Frontiers played it pretty smart, where the bosses were all centered around using Supersonic. Because in the older ones like this, just using Supersonic in boss fights that were intended for regular Sonic, just like, it takes away the challenge entirely. I gotta ask, I know canonically CD comes first, but, like, when these first came out in, like, the 90s, which one came first? This, I believe his name was Mecha Sonic, or Metal from CD? Because this Silver Mecha Sonic seems like a bit of a downgrade from Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic was very streamlined, and it's established that Metal could rival Sonic's speed, and this one is very slow and bulky. Okay, so you can't jump on it, you can't spin dash it. Is there any way to harm this thing? I won't deny, I know I complained about the half-pipe in this game, and not really focusing on the Chaos Emeralds in the first two, but I am grateful that I actually took the time to get the Chaos Emeralds in this one, because I have heard that the Death Egg robot in this, like, sucks. Or, wait, I don't get rings in this one, do I? Oh, I can't fight the Death Egg robot as Supersonic, can I? Oh, I'm screwed. Also, how do you fight this thing? Yeah, that's an insta-kill. Jumping on it, insta-kill. Spin dashing, insta-kill. Does Sonic have any other attacks? He doesn't, so this is unbeatable. Okay. Seriously, what do I do here? Okay, so you don't bounce back his spin dash like Silver Sonic. Does Mecha have wheels in his boots? What an odd, like... This is meant to be the upgrade of Metal Sonic, right? Metal has a turbine in his chest. How is this the upgrade of Metal? Mecha Sonic has Heelys, and Metal Sonic has a jet engine. And yet Mecha's the upgrade of Metal. Although, canonically, I suppose Eggman did go back to Metal Sonic after Mecha Sonic Mark 1 and 2, so... yeah, that does make sense. Ooh. Wait, I just realized. Does Mecha have a pupil? There's like 2 black pixels in the front of his orange eye. I always thought that he had, like, an orange visor sort of thing in the black eye socket. But if that's, like, a single orange cycloptic eye, that actually sounds very cool. Like, I'm very curious how terrifying this would look like, from a front angle. Also, his chest is a smiley face, I'm sorry. I am actually looking this up, because I genuinely feel like there's no open window to attack this thing, and I find that concerning. Okay, I just watched multiple tutorials on the Mecha Sonic fight and the Death Egg robot fight, and all I can say is, even knowing how to do this is some bullshit. So I'm so confused. The person in the tutorial was jumping on his head. I can! What was I doing wrong before? Also, apparently there's a way to cheese this by spin dashing underneath him. I want to try that. Okay, that's that. I understand that one now. Now for what appears to be the worst fight in the game. The tutorial said that you can't attack him while he's animated, I guess, and only while he's in his idle stance. That seems so precise, though. That shouldn't have worked. And then over here when he does that, to make the reticle look over here. Oh, this is so stressful. Oh, that's rough. Wow. I mean, the Megasonic fight ain't too bad now that I know how to cheese it, but man, the Death Egg Robot is that's still rough, man. How is he faster than Sonic on foot? Yep, sounds about right. How is anyone meant to figure that out? Like, oh, you can only attack him when his arms are, like, equal to each other? That's so stupid. What? It's like a frame-perfect hit each time. Okay. Ah. Oh my god! Oh, that was interesting. You can see Mecha spawning us out of the screen. Oh. What? How was that? Because of that one silver pixel behind his stomach of, like, the second arm coming forward? That's such bullcrap. Okay, as frustrating as it is to die repeatedly, I have, like, infinite retries here, and they do seem pretty simple and admittedly quite fun when you know how to do it. But I was completely lost here until I looked up those tutorials, and I feel really bad for, like, anyone in the 90s who had to play this, like, without understanding these two these two fights. What? He takes damage, but I still die. Oh, how was that? Ugh. Oh, that's why I was confused earlier. You have to hit his forehead and not the top of his head because of the saw blade quills. I caught myself and tried to undo the action, but I still ended up dying. What? It was perfect there. Both of the spike arms were behind the front of his stomach. And he took damage. And I still died there. What did I do wrong there? I need to stop talking while I fight Mechasonic, because I need to count the 4 hits that you do while spin dashing. Why did that sound play? I also got that in Sonic 1, from just breaking a random box, and I didn't know what that meant. Was it because I killed him while he was moving? Are these meant to be Sonic's shoes? Or are they eyes? Because if they're Sonic's shoes, then I don't get why Eggman would be, like, putting up imagery of his nemesis in his own Death Star. But if it's meant to be eyes, then I feel like we have what is his name, friend situation from Deltarune, the Cheshire Cat-looking dude, because this may be like an entirely new entity that they're foreshadowing since the 90s, and we have no idea who it is. Introducing Spark the Porcupine, the rainbow-colored shadow entity that's been watching in the shadows since 1999 or something. I don't know, dude. He's just sitting there impatiently while I'm riffing. That caught me off guard. That was good. It's only on my mind because I am actively looking at it on my shelf right now, but I find it interesting that there isn't a single Sonic game, to my knowledge, that uses the Super Smash Bros. Sonic amiibo. Like, yes, I understand the whole Sega-Nintendo rivalry thing, but Sega has seemed pretty chill with Nintendo since Sonic Adventure 2 came out, or at least the GameCube port of Sonic Adventure 2. At the very least, Sonic Heroes. But, like, Sonic games have been available on Nintendo consoles for, like, decades now, and I just find it weird that with there being a Sonic amiibo, no games feature it. Like, yes, I know, that's mostly just because, probably entirely because, Sonic is also available on, like, Xbox and PlayStation and Steam, and giving people who own the amiibo something exclusive to the Nintendo consoles would be unfair. Like, oh, the Sonic amiibo grants you Hypersonic, or a special skin, or a hidden level. And it's like, that's not fair. Why do only Nintendo players get to have that? And why only Nintendo players that bought the 15-year-old Sonic amiibo or something? I know it's not that old, but in my defense, Sega has had console exclusives to specific consoles before, like with Shadow Generations, and the prequel animation series was only available on like the PlayStation 1 or something. Like I got the Switch version of Shadow Generations, and I had no knowledge of this prequel show, like the 3-episode prequel animation show that existed, and it just seemed unfair. So, like, if they can do that with PlayStation, why can't Nintendo add anything with the amiibo? What the hell? How was that one wrong? It looked perfect. Again, that one looked completely perfect. How was that a death sentence? What? I don't understand. Okay, I just watched several other tutorials, and here's a problem that I just realized. Everyone says different things. So one person said that you can only hit the Death Egg robot while his arms are like, I believe the word is perpendicular to each other, with his, the right arm fully behind and the left arm just behind his stomach. Other people said that you can hit him as many times as you want, just make sure you jump over the arms. So it's like, which one do I do? And one of the tutorials said that you can cheese it by standing right here. You can! Just as long as you don't get hit by the jetpack fire. I'm wondering if that's the intended way to fight that. Because in Sonic Generations, I'm pretty sure you have to go behind the Death Egg robot as well. The problem that I'm noticing is that in the first phase, you can get sort of a rhythm going, and you understand, like, the timing, at least mostly. But then when the second phase hits, you've completely lost the rhythm, and you will inevitably, like, I need to not talk during the Mecha Sonic section, because I need to time it perfectly with that. But, like, you will inevitably get the timing wrong in the second phase of the Death Egg robot thing, because you've desynced the whole rhythm. Alright, it's a few days later. I have a refreshed mind, mostly. Let's try this again. I'm gonna be here for a while. I swear to God, one pixel. 1 pixel can result in my death. Alright, I am done trying that one, what is the word? I'm sorry. That one tutorial's theory that you can hit it while his arms are at his sides. There has to be more to it than that. Like, hitting it above his arms? It's above his arms. It's not between his arms, it's above his damn arms. Son of a bitch, I've been aiming for the thing that kills me this entire time. Because that tutorial said to aim in between his arms. All I had to do was jump above his arms. I feel like an idiot right now. Ah! Alright, yeah, that one caught me off guard. I'm strangely comforted by the fact that I was doing it wrong, because it means that I can go through it much quicker this time. Like, still a challenge, but much easier than what I was doing. I was aiming for the spikes, and I was just waiting for them to go away, like behind his stomach. I had to aim above his arms. I feel so stupid right now. You know what? Feel free to roast me for that one, because, yeah, I was being stupid there. What? His arms were to his side that time. There was nothing in my way. What killed me there? So far, so good. I just jinxed it, didn't I? Yes! Jesus Christ! Oh, that was a genuine triumph in my voice right there. Oh, wow, that was... I want to complain about how, like, unfairly difficult that was, but I actually had a lot of fun. That was good. That was a great boss fight. That was a great challenge. Wow. Why is this so goddamn small? Alright. That's the end of Sonic 2. I was terrified that I would never beat that. God, the Death Egg robot may have been one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do in any game, and I mean that. Literally the only other things that come to mind that could even come close to the difficulty of that were the giant Eggman mech in Sonic Superstars, and the Gauntlet boss rush in the Final Horizon DLC for Frontiers. And also, this indie game called Ellipse, I played a bit of that. That game is so hard. That's like the only thing I can even think of that comes close to the Death Egg robot. Wow. I'm like out of breath from how relieved I am that I beat that. Oh, and Celeste. Celeste was very difficult. So here's what I've always wondered. The Death Egg is obviously just the Death Star, right, from Star Wars. How has Sega never gotten copyright striked for that? I mean, if it's not based on the Death Star, I would be shocked. Yeah, that's just the damn Death Star. What was that? What was that pause between the cutscenes? You mean he survived that fall? How did he survive that fall? Ooh, wait, what does the manual for Sonic 2 say? Because I was complaining in the last video about how Sonic and Tails' friendship didn't make that much sense in my personal opinion. And how he just, like, started following Sonic for no reason. I wonder if that's explained in, like, the manual or something. Miles Tails Prower the Fox can't sit still when Sonic's around. Ever since Miles was a baby, he's dreamed of being like Sonic. Why is there a, like... Is it just me, or is there, like, a second unnecessary space between dreamed and of? He loves to run after Sonic, waving his two tails behind him, trying to keep up with his hero. Mostly, Sonic lets him trail along, but sometimes, just to show off, Sonic explodes in a burst of super speed and leaves him behind. What a dick. But Miles doesn't give up. He rolls his tails like a helicopter rotor and takes off flying until he catches up. All the animals call Miles by his nickname Tails because of his two tails, and one day they saw an astonishing feat. They were all together in the forest watching Sonic perform? What was he performing? Sonic would run, spin, and jump in his super spin attack, then Tails would whirl like a turbo engine and blast off in his super dash attack. What a show-off. Suddenly, Tails just couldn't help himself. He took a running start, curled up his tails, and whoosh, he was spinning like Sonic. So, even in-universe, people are weirded out by how Tails can spin dash like Sonic. Okay, that's just summarizing the plot. I'm not seeing anything about who Tails is. Sonic's quest ends when you squash Robotnik for good. I'm sorry, was Robotnik meant to have died at the end of this game? At the end of Sonic 2? And then they just retconned that by somehow having him survive the Death Egg crafting into Angel Island? I love how there's always quotation marks around Tails, because they wanted to hammer it in that that's not his actual name. And then nowadays, literally no one calls him Miles. Yeah, there's nothing in that about Tails and Sonic. The manual starts as if Sonic and Tails have always remained friends. Have always been friends. Wait, ever since Miles was a baby, he's dreamed of being like Sonic. Has Tails known Sonic before the events of Sonic 2? That makes it seem like he's like a family friend of Tails' family or something. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to get a hug today, and make sure to stay tuned for my video on Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Bye-bye-bye.